to create a viable campaign, what sort of support do you need? Who would you call on? If you're thinking of standing, you need to get out and about in front of people, obviously. You need support. What's the way of doing that usually?
Well, I was lucky with my campaign, and that there's a guy, Rick Kurak, who'd run for council many times in Tauranga and successfully done so. And he had little signs that he'd put up around the city, which had him sort of appearing to sort of poke his head out on the sign behind a lamppost or whatever. It had "Pick Rick." So it was a nice, everything was done in a way that he got the attention. Now, he sort of said to me, I'm going to go stand out by the motorway there. I've got this sign, the lit up sign. He sort of attached it to a car battery and just sort of stand there with the sign, and it said "Pick Rick." And he said, I could do a sign for you, because I knew him a little bit. And he said, that'd be a great way to get attention. So I sort of did that really without me strategizing. It was just luck that someone sort of said, hey, do you want me to do, I've got a spare bit of material, I could do your sign. And I think, although it sounds like a gimmick, I think that's, something like that's quite helpful, because you've really got to somehow get your name out there. And that was just me getting up at 6 o'clock, or, going out at 6 o'clock in the morning and standing there on freezing winter morning and holding this sign, and people tooting as they go past. And after the, probably the 20th day that I did it, they probably like, oh, I guess this guy's pretty serious, because he's going out first thing in the morning with
I like the cut of his jib.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not suggesting everyone goes out with signs like that, but if you could come up with something to get the cut through, because as you'd realize in the media, it's just so hard to figure out. And when you get presented with this booklet with all these names, and even though I think I was up against about 13 other people in the ward I was running in, and I got to know them a bit, but I wouldn't have had a clue really who would have been the best councillor. It's just so hard for people to know.